Hello everyone, and welcome back to StoneBlock 3. We're back on the server, of course. Only one other person on at the moment, nice and quiet. In the last episode, we set up this contraption here that makes us processors, which aren't there currently, and that allowed us to create, all the way over here, a refined storage system. And this thing is essentially the open door into making our lives incredibly easier, not only just by storing everything in here, but also for auto-crafting capabilities that we can make use of in the future. And currently, we're actually using this modular storage as like a little extra storage system. So we'll see how that goes. Someone suggested that the lag I was experiencing earlier was from that. I don't think so. Like, it seems a little bit weird that like right now it's not lagging, but before it was. Like, I don't know. But anyhow. What's the plan for this episode? To be honest, I want to set up some auto crafting. So for example, I want to auto craft ideally this thing here so that we can just order them when we need them. And I don't have to be over here at all because I don't know. I know we can teleport over like this, but I'd still prefer to not have to put things in the chest to get what we want. So we'll try and do that. So to begin, we're going to need a crafter. So that'll be this guy right here. There are some like, what are these? These are all colored ones, yeah. In other mod packs, there's like better crafters you can get, but the simple one is pretty good. He'll get the job done. So this guy, in terms of ingredients, as you can see when we hover over the plus, we have everything except for these middle ones here. So we're going to need a machine casing, which we can build. And we're going to need construction core and destruction core, both of which are made with these little basic processors. And it looks like we need another one. Yeah, we're all out of basic processor. So I think they're made out of iron. So we'll grab a little bit of iron if we have that lying around. And we'll go place that, if we run over here, into this guy. And then hopefully, that'll make us the stuff we want. Realistically, I could probably, I was going to say, we don't need all processing. We can leave that go. Now, some of you guys let me know as well that you can use a conveyor belt, right? And a conveyor belt no longer needs like the filtering or the, I don't know, the timing or anything. And the conveyor belt will just work. The problem there is I would need a conveyor belt. We went over that in the last episode. I'd need to grab kelp, which, I mean, it's not too hard to do. It's what, bashing sand with a crook. But I mean, I don't know. We simply don't need it now. So I don't know. I get it, but I don't know. It's one of those weird things where it's like, I'm lazy, but only in that aspect. Like, for some reason, it doesn't seem like it'll be harder to do when clearly it was. Raw basic processor. This one's not even complete. We'll have to chuck that guy back on, but we'll smelt this. Oh yeah, automating the smelting and stuff will also be really good because a bit of a pain doing this at the moment. I think currently he needs to go there. Yeah, and then that's him done. Alrighty, so this makes the destruction core. Then we can go ahead and grab our crafter. Did I accidentally make two destructions? I made two destructions. We need a construction core. Sorry. My apologies. Things are feeling a little bit weird at this episode. I'm not sure why. So if you're experiencing that too, I'm sorry. I don't know what it is, but something feels a little off. So hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully maybe that we get into the swing of things a little bit later. So yeah, we have a crafter. He just attaches to the network and he'll do his job. So we can then fill this inventory up with recipes or patterns. So we can search pattern. Okay, we've got to search it at the top. Yeah, I forgot that weird thing. And we'll probably want not applied energistics ones, but refined storage ones. So these guys up here, they use a bit of quartz enriched iron, redstone, and glass. Pretty simple to make. So we'll grab a few of these. Yeah, sure, we'll grab that many. We'll chuck them in here. Well, I guess that doesn't do anything. We need a, sorry. I know how to play. I'm telling you. We'll need a pattern grid. So I guess I will actually still search there, but this time we'll make this guy. Which, well, we can pretty much make him. We're going to need a grid, which needs another construction core, which, I mean, we can make it. It's just, it's going to be so nice to have this stuff automated. So that's the grid. Nope, machine casing. Yep, we're almost there. I have a feeling as though we also just shouldn't, we should start with auto-crafting the processes, because they seem to be sort of the most annoying part. Maybe even the smelting is a little bit more annoying. Yeah, I'll tell you what, we'll pick up the crafter and we'll just cable it up over there. So we'll open this guy up. Let's see how many cables do we have. 42. We can work with that. Obviously our closest cable is over here. We definitely want a cable all the way over here. I'll tell you what we can do. We can go underneath here and just like dig in that direction. So I'll go down here and I'll meet you guys down there. In fact, oh no, I can't really, we've got a hammer. What's the hammer gonna do? We can do this. I think this works. All right, as you can see, we're getting closer. I'm not entirely sure if we're gonna, oh yeah, we actually do run into it. Beautiful. So here's the cable. So I'm gonna run this all the way over there, obviously. Now, applied energistics, you have to worry about connections to the cables. You have to like wire things up correctly and just be a little bit more careful with it, how many things you connect. In refined storage, you do not need to do that. Go ahead and place as many as you can. It's beautiful. So we're gonna place the crafter attached to the bottom of this, realistically facing the other way. So what we might do is run the cable up and then place it on top. Yeah, this should be fine. Obviously, I need some blocks to get out of here, unless, we'll make a mess. That seems like the easier solution. So we'll place the crafter on top, like so. Oh, still not quite. We want that, the blue side of it, so like the top side. We want that to actually face into the chest. That's sort of the trick here. Now you can wrench it there, but clearly I'm having a little bit of trouble just placing it. You should be able to just place it, is I guess the point I'm trying to get at. Can we do that? There we go. Beautiful. So it's facing up. We can place the chest on top. We can obviously set this guy to, I don't really have anything to, yeah, I don't have a wrench on me. That's a little bit annoying. We'll set him to extract later. And to tell that this is working, if we open the crafter up, it tells us what it is attached to. So this guy's saying, hey, chest. It is attached to chest. Simple. Yeah, awesome. So that part is honestly pretty much good. Now, what we can do a few things. One is I'm going to make a crafting table. We'll slap this guy down over here, sure. And I'm going to actually make some stairs. The reason for this is if we place a stair like this, now we can still reach the crafter even though we're at the top. Now I know we can squeeze in next to the chest, but that's a little bit like silly, to be honest. So it's much easier and simpler to do it like this. So what do we do next? Well, we can go over to our place over here, place down our pattern grid, and we can start making some patterns. So we place these in this slot on the side here. So this will be like the input pattern that will be pasted down here. So for example, if we search for a processor, well, you know what? We need to synchronize these somehow. So let's right click this processor. What processor do we want? We probably want, one of each. So I'll go ahead and bookmark. Oh, yeah, they're not really bookmarked, are they? Essentially what we want to do is we want to have, we could do it this way, but we essentially just want iron equals raw basic processor. That's the basic gist that's going to happen here. The rest of these, like the redstone dust, the processor binding, and the silicon, we want those maintained 24/7, regardless of what we order. So we don't have to include it in the recipe and try to like pipe it over there. We could. I'm just trying to think, what's the best way to do it? Because we could just do that, and maybe that is easier. I'll tell you what, we'll do that. I do think it will be easier now that I'm sort of just like taking a second to think. So we'll update these recipes by placing them back in, pressing R for the recipe and then pasting them right back on. So these include everything it needs, right? Yeah. We can work with that. Let's go in here and let's grab some pipes. While we're in here, let's grab a wrench out so that we can actually, make use of the thing. We'll head back over here. So the idea now is obviously the first ingredient will go there. We'll probably have to do some filtering as well, which might get a bit messy, but it'll be fine. Then we're going to bring this pipe up here, and it's going to run along the side. And once again, we'll just do some filtering. I'm not sure how much the filter costs, but we should be able to do it. It is, where is it? This guy here, the filter destination tool. He doesn't look too bad. I reckon we can afford him. So filter destination tool, here it is. We will need a glass pane. I think it was trying to make a clear glass pane, but we could just use normal glass. It doesn't have to be clear. And then what's the other ingredient? A button. We don't have a button lying around apparently, but I'm sure we can afford one. Yep, button, beautiful. Filter destination tool, wonderful. We might also need pipe upgrades, like one of these guys, so that we can add the actual filter in there. So we'll head back over, and we'll give this a shot. So the first thing we need to do is, I guess, place everything in here. And then we also realistically need to grab the ingredients, right? At least one of each. So what we can do if we want is we can go into this and type, I don't know the best way to do it. It's probably easier to just grab the stuff out manually, right? So grab a diamond, we'll grab some gold, we'll grab iron, what's the other stuff? Piece of redstone, a silicon, which we don't have, so I guess I'll have to quartz up some silicon. Yeah, that should be fine. It should be doable. And then the final ingredient is, drum roll please. Not a clue. How do I not remember what the processor binding? Yeah. So it actually is what we're searching for. It's this stuff here, which we can't afford. But it's that stuff. Okay. that's a little bit annoying. How do I do this then? We need string. Oh, you know what? We've actually been making string the whole time. In here. Yes! Industrial hemp. We can grab this, and it turns into string. Beautiful. Wonderful. And there's that monkey noise again that happens randomly. Okay. So we're going to make a processor binding. That should be good. I think that's pretty much everything except for obviously the smelting of the quartz. So we'll chuck that there. I'm pretty sure over here we can just grab some silicon from whichever one it's in, which looks to be this guy. And this will work too. So what do? Well, for starters, I'm going to shift right click this side of the depot. We're going to open up the filter here, or the pipe, put the filter in, and then we're going to paste everything we want to go there. So for example, an iron ingot, a diamond, and a gold ingot. We're then going to click edit on each of these and place this destination into this spot. And as you can see, it updates it with the location. So it's now got this depot selected. So we can do that for all of these. Click edit. It's going to the same spot for, once again, all of them. So that's good. And they are set up to whitelist. They're only allowed to go in there. It's a whitelist. So next up, we need to do the backs of all these deployers. So this first one is doing processor binding. So we'll go ahead and grab our filter destination tool. Shift right click. You can't just click on the block. You have to click on the side because you might have noticed inside of this guy, it mentions east, right? The east side. So we want to make sure we're grabbing that side of the block because it does remember that. So the north side of this is going to be the processor binding. So we can shift click that in, click edit, chuck it in, and it should say north. Yep, beautiful. And then obviously we'll repeat the same for these guys, but with everything else. And then I'll even show you it in action because it should work pretty well. So I think this is silicon, and then the last is redstone. Alrighty, so for example, bear with me. For example, I should be able to just chuck everything in here, and it should go exactly where it needs to go. I should be able to go, boom. And as you can see, everything's just going where it's gone. Yeah, it's working perfectly. How cool is that? I think it's pretty cool indeed. So, yep, the silicon showed up. Everything's good. So, what we can do now is I can actually take this stuff off. We can apply the filter, I guess. I don't think we need to, but we can. I'm sure that helps somehow. Make that processor binding. Are all of these set to use? Deployer item overflow. This contains excess items that need to be extracted. Use a hopper funnel or other means. Huh. Yeah, this guy is struggling a bit. Strange. Yeah. Oh, he's full of 64 redstone dust, but he's not got the right filter on. Okay. Yeah. I sort of get you. So if I change you, does that do anything? No. Why do you have so much redstone in you? Alright, I broke him and placed him again, and it seems like I got the stuff out of him. That's not even what it's meant to be. It's meant to be silicon. Yeah, sure. So the rest of this we'll put back in our system. Now, in regards to getting stuff back in our system, we're going to have to connect it underneath here. So I'll tell you what, we'll rip up the floor. It's probably going to be turned into, whatchamacallit anyway. I can't even think right now. What's the word? Spruce. It'll probably get turned into spruce, so it's not the end of the world if we dig this up. So we'll go through here. Of course, I didn't make it as big as it's meant to be, I guess. But yep, we can run this cable. I guess I'll keep to the wall. We'll come over here, and then we'll run it up this. And we're going to place an importer on the side there. So, yeah, I should probably have, like, elevators and stuff. Oh, actually, hold on. We have a secret weapon. Hammer time. Awesome. So, what do we need to do? We need an importer. So here we go. Oh, in fact, it looks like we have one. Yeah, we've got an importer. I don't know how we got it, but we've got it. The rest of this stuff can go into our storage. That should be fine. We can head back over here and place this guy just like that. Oh, no. I guess we got to go underneath and flip him around. But we can place him here. And at the moment, as you can see, these processors are in there. And now they're not. They've been moved. Awesome. So, this thing works. Or at least it should. We'll head back over here and we'll do one more order of the stuff, I guess. So, raw improved processor. Actually, let's go basic maybe. Yeah, let's order another raw basic processor. What do we need? We're missing silicon. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to grab that stuff. It's probably gone, isn't it? Oh no, it's still there. Barely, I would imagine. That reminds me as well, we should actually properly automate the smelting already because it's been a little while. Let's see. Order one of these. It's still saying we're missing the silicon. I'm a little bit unsure about that. Oh, you know what? We might have the wrong recipe in here. Yeah, it's using refined storage silicon, whereas the silicon we're using, I think, is actually, yeah, the applied energistic silicon. Okay, so we've actually got to go and edit these recipes. Luckily, it's easy access, easily done. So yeah, we can just drag it in from the side and it updates pretty well. Alrighty, let's try this one more time. Let's go basic, click on this guy, order, start, and we should just be able to wait. And it shouldn't take too long to show back up. Yep, here we go, second one showed up. Wonderful, awesome, how cool is that? So, what's next? Smelting. Now, we could put stuff in the bulk blaster, but I'll be honest, it's not that good. Like it's good, but I just don't think it is that good because you have to wait a while for stuff to happen. And I kind of I just want it to happen now. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we'll need a different type of furnace. In terms of furnaces, we just have this. We can start upgrading them. We can probably get to diamond tier, maybe emerald or something. We can get close to our netherite tier at least. Maybe obsidian, maybe. And I think we should, honestly. So, yeah, why not? So we're going to take the normal furnace into an iron furnace. We'll go ahead and upgrade this guy into... yeah, we don't really... I sort of forget, we just don't really have stuff, right? That's sort of a big problem that we're facing currently. It's just the lack of stuff. All right, most of that's done. We can even grab another block out. Beautiful. So that should be oh god. That should be this guy, right? I think was it 2 blocks at 1 block. Nice, even cheaper. This guy will then go to diamond tier. That's easy. Next tier is going to be either emerald or crystal. If we go to emerald, we can still get to yeah. Okay, so yeah, we'll go emerald. Boom. These, by the way, go really, really fast. You can see the cook time has gone from, if we go back to the furnace real quick. Does it even say? Doesn't really say. What about the iron one? Does it say on the iron one? Hold on, where are we? Yeah, the cook time on this guy is 160. The cook time on the emerald furnace at the moment is 40. I think these are ticks. I think. The emerald furnace isn't showing me a follow-up recipe. Oh, there we go. This one goes from 40 to 20 with the obsidian. Next up would be the netherite, but as you can see, we don't have anything here. We could make the magma cream. That's easy. The problem is, well, we don't have netherite. That's a pretty big problem. It's a pretty big issue at the moment. In terms of getting netherite, I'll be honest, I don't particularly know where we're pulling it out of. Unless we get ancient debris from doing something. An orchid. I guess a laser drill. Is that really it? That seems almost boring to do. But I guess that makes the most sense, right? Alright, well anyway, we've got an obsidian furnace, and it is, or at least it should be, pretty quick. So, where do we want it? This will be somewhat important because we're probably going to do a lot of automation in relation to this. So I'm going to place it right here because that seems really dumb, and I feel like that forces me to move it later. I'll be honest, I'm quite low on energy today, so hopefully we do get through this. First of all, let's go ahead and, what do we want to do? I think we want more patterns because I want to do a pattern for smelting each thing. So for example, we grab let's grab 4, right? Oh, we don't even have a crafter. Yeah, that's that's sort of the big issue, right? Let's go processor. I'm going to go ahead and, you know, I've actually got, I think, enough stuff to do things, if that somehow makes sense. Let me go construction. Wait, hold on. What do we have? Yeah, I need a construction core, and then I need a destruction core, and then I actually need one of those raw processor advanced whatever to be smelted. All right, that wasn't too bad. So this gives us almost one second. Boom. This should give us a crafter. We're gonna place this guy facing into the side of the obsidian furnace, and this guy's gonna get a few recipes. The first recipes he's gonna get the recipes to actually smelt the processes. So we'll do this recipe here, and then we'll do the rest of the ones that are up here. So this guy, yep, and then finally the improved one, yep, easy peasy. Nope, we did 2 improved. We need to do a basic. All right, so here we go. Now we should be able to pretty much order these. Wrong spot. Sorry, in here. Boom, boom, boom. The next ingredient I want to do, or actually, I kind of want to do it in these. Oh no, that's, yeah. I was going to put the fuel in there as well, but that, I mean, that's pretty dumb. What do I need to do here? I'm really trying to think. Let's go flux point. Can we make another flux point? Survey says yes. All right. Can we do a factory augment? I kind of doubt it, but maybe. Oh, yeah, we can. Okay, all we need is piston. Easy. All right, so what this thing is, this is a factory augment. At the moment, the furnace looks like this. Fuel in the bottom, output at the or input at the top, output on the side. Easy. If we put in this augment by right-clicking it, we now have 6 slots to process all at once if we want by turning on auto split. And it runs on power instead of fuel, which means I can slap this guy up, go ahead and connect him. And as you can see, this guy starts powering up. Yeah, and he'll power up based on how much power we have. He should be good. He should be good. Obviously, he stores 1,000,000 RF. If we burn through that, we burn through that. To show you what this looks like in terms of the actual processing, this is the gold being processed. As you can see, we need a lot more energy than we're currently getting. We can work on that. That's fine. It's doable, okay? It's doable. The next thing we need, though, is a spot for the items to go. So we'll probably do an importer again. This time we actually have to craft it, sadly. Destruction core. We can order the ingredient, which is pretty cool. And that shouldn't take too long, I would imagine. But unlike, what do you call it? Unlike, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm struggling here. Unlike, I really can't think. Why can't I think? Unlike applied energistics, it's not as, I don't even know the right word. Easy. All right, well, anyway, destruction core, there we go. We'll go back for the importer. Here we go. Beautiful. So what I can do is I can attach this guy to the network using the importer. So for example, we can go ahead and place the importer here, and we can go ahead and put the flux point on the back. That should be fine. And this guy, we don't need to really configure, but at the bottom here, we want to click in the open config, and we want to have him output at the top, and that should be good enough. Now we currently, oh, you know what? It's 6 o'clock on the dot. Might be a restart, so we could be good. Okay, so we're back. The system's offline, and that's because this guy's currently taking all the power. What we can do though is we can actually either lower this priority, or the better idea is probably to up this priority. So we'll set this guy to be like, honestly, the highest number possible, because we always want our system online. You know what I mean? The rest of this can come second, right? This guy can get any scraps that he can manage to get off the system. So once this guy's full, he only uses 32, so the rest should make their way over here, which it looks like that's happening. Awesome. So what's next? I'll be honest, I don't remember what we were up to. I think we were trying to automate. Realistically, you want to be able to automate crafters themselves and patterns. Those are sort of like the two main, like, you'll use them a lot in refined storage, so it's good to, it's like a nice basis to get done. So the import is set up. This guy's hooked up. Yeah. Oh, I was going to do the config. Oh no, he's good as well. Yep. Okay. I think we're good. So we do need one more crafter. Now, if I click on the crafter, we can almost order all the pieces. So obviously I can order the full advanced processes to be made, and that should happen pretty quickly. Inside here, we can order the basics. Oh, if we had iron, which we should have, I think, a bunch of nuggets. Yeah. Because we have access to the other system in here. So I can take out as much as we want. We can go basic, and I can go ahead and order 2 of those for now. Get those crafted up. Then all we need is these bits, and then we'll do actual just crafting recipes, right? So that we can automate the actual full crafting of this thing. Oh, and I had to set this guy to input, which I forgot to do. So he's actually good now. I set the left to input, up to output, and I think we're almost good. I'm still getting, like, there should be more stuff here. So I'm a little bit confused. Yeah, we're definitely missing some stuff in terms of, like, what I've ordered. There is something else we can do. If we make a crafting monitor, so not a crafting grid, but a crafting monitor, it'll actually show us what current orders are in place. And sometimes things mess up, as you're potentially seeing here. We'll order another one. I don't know if the thing's broken at the moment. I guess we'll find out, but yeah. Oh, you know what? I don't actually know what's wrong. Silicon redstone, processor, oh, you know what? This guy doesn't have any power. Because all the power is filling up the other thing. That makes perfect sense. That actually, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So we are currently in a power issue. Which was sort of to be expected. To be honest, once this guy's full, we're pretty much good, right? So realistically, I should just have him, yeah, I should turn this guy off and just have the other guy fill up. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's do just 0. And then let's set this guy to be like 1. And that should then get everything. It's a little bit more, but it will make a difference. Okay, this guy's fully charged. Awesome. We can bring this back down to 0. Arguably even negative. And this guy we can put up to back to whatever it was before. Okay, so this guy, yeah, he's running. Awesome. The motor's got power. Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll definitely see what happens. But I think we're good. I think the ball is rolling once more. So we just need a destruction core now. That should be easily done. And then we should have ourselves a crafter. Oh, we need that middle bit. We always need the middle bit. It'll be, trust me, once we have all this stuff automated, it's going to be so good. So this guy will go up here. He needs to attach to the network, so I guess I've got to place him here for now. Oh, and we don't necessarily want him facing anything. He's his own crafter. He'll just craft things. So, next up are the patterns. So the first thing we want is probably the machine casing. Let's get this recipe. Beautiful. We can toggle off exact, and what that'll mean is it'll use any type of stone. So it'll use andesite or cobble or whatever it's allowed to, essentially. If we do exact, it'll only use what is currently in this crafting grid. For ingredients. So that can go in there, and now when we want, you know, a crafter, it's going to say, hey, you can order the processes and the machine casing. Cool. So we're going to go in here. We're going to search for patterns. Clicking on this. We'll craft a few of them. Oh, I guess we'll craft one. I'll tell you what though. Let's go ahead and automate the crafting of this stuff. Because there we go. Then we can use the crafting for the crafting. So now if I go back into the pattern, it's going to say, hey, well, if you want, we can just order the stuff for you. And I'll be like, yes, you will. So next up, let's go ahead and do the actual recipe for the patterns. Because then that's a whole extra step that we have to skip as well. So we can go in here and I can say, craft me 10 of them. And if it can, it shall. And we'll get them right here. Beautiful. So what's next? You might be wondering. Well, the rest of the craft recipe. So we're going to do the construction core. And we'll do the destruction core, and that's going to save us big time. And then we'll do the actual crafter itself, because, I mean, what's faster than, I guess, crafting the ingredients, and that's crafting the finished product too. So all of that can go in there. Then when we open this system up, we can search crafter, and we can just order the thing if we want, which I kind of do. Why not? Let's order it. There it is. How quick and easy is that? So, what's next? Few more ingredients. One is going to be the processor binding. We didn't have that auto-crafted, so we definitely should. Yep. I mean, that's honestly a pretty good start. Realistically, we should have something for iron nuggets. So I'll tell you what, we'll open this guy back up. We'll search for our patterns. Go back in here. We'll do iron nuggets into iron ingot. That's the recipe I'm sort of trying to talk about here. This one here. And then, what else? I'm just trying to think in terms of like recipes for crafting everything here. If anything, it would be like the actual string recipe, right? Turning industrial hemp into string. I don't know if we need to do this, but we can. And we might as well. Why not? So that'll just be 3 industrial hemp equals a string. That can go in here too. Whew. Voila. Voila, as they say. So, what's next? To be honest, I mean, that's honestly pretty good. We've done a pretty good job here. 64k, he's charging up. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else we need? I'm not sure. I'm trying to, yeah. What do we need to autocraft? Oh, you know what would be really helpful? If we start autocrafting the stuff we need to make more power, right? Because obviously power is currently a bit of like a, well, we've somehow got enough, but it's very soon to not be the case. I think what we need to do is automate stuff for power. For this mod here. Because a lot of this stuff is really tedious. So for example, let's go for the, oh, yes. For some reason, my R isn't giving me recipes. It feels like keybind, R, key. I kind of, yeah, don't want any of this. So I'm going to put them all onto like full stop. Tool menu for chisel and bits I don't need. Fire projectile, I don't even need that. I just want to like check recipe, which doesn't even seem to really be here. So does that work now if I press R? Yep, R's working there. And then it's now seemingly working in here. Yeah, cool. So we're going to use blaze powder, coal, and clay bowls for this recipe, hopefully in here. So we'll do that. We could obviously use literally anything else, even like the fire eggs or the lava eggs, because we're going to have unlimited of that. Coal, clay, blaze. I mean, the blaze we're getting from the same spot that we're getting the lava from. We might as well just use the lava because we get extra. So I think, yeah. So what? Did we get? I don't think we get extra. We do. I think we save. No, I think we actually waste some. Yeah, we actually end up wasting a little bit. I think we want to do this recipe because it's 1 less clay, and you still get 8 per coal. Yeah, I think this is just better. Sure. Let's go back to power. So there's obviously like basic capacitors and stuff. Yeah, my R is not showing me the recipe. I don't know why that's the case, but sure. I guess we'll just look for it on the side here, which should be easy, but for some reason it's not. So dielectric casing we're going to do. We'll go ahead and get the recipe for the poles, like that. And then we'll go ahead and get the recipe for the horizontal poles, and we'll just do this one where you flip them on the side. That'll probably be pretty easy. Okay. What is next, you might be wondering? Is there even anything next? I don't really think so. Let's go crafter. There we go. Chuck this guy right back there. Put in the patterns. Beautiful. So, you know what? There actually are quite a few. I'll tell you what. We'll go pattern. We'll go in here. Craft 10 more of this. Get them hooked up. So the other things I want would be the different types of processes. So for example, right? The thing that we're going for next is going to be an energizing orb. And then one of these rods, probably starting off with the basic and eventually upgrading them. Pretty simple. That's literally what we need to do 99% of the stuff here. So the energizing orb, we only ever need one of these. So I'll go ahead and just craft that manually. That'll probably be really beneficial. So we'll do that. They're all crafting recipes, so they should be pretty quick, assuming the recipes don't use, other ingredients, if that makes sense. So energizing orb. Here we go. Beautiful. Now, in terms of where this guy goes, good question. Very good question. There's not an easy way to answer it. There's honestly not. In terms of the rods, we probably don't need them automated. All the ingredients I want automated, but the actual rod itself, it doesn't need to be automated. It just simply doesn't. Because we end up just having like one by the end of this anyway. Basic capacitors, we'll do that. Starter rod. There we go. And then we'll upgrade that into this rod, assuming, of course, that we can. Basic capacitors. What's the issue? Didn't we? I guess I didn't. I was going to say, didn't we grab the recipe for the basic capacitor? Apparently not. All right, basic capacitor. Boom, 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 boom. Open you back up. Press U on here. So this is going to transfer 400 RF per tick, and we're upgrading it to do... No, okay, we're going from 100 to 400. That makes a lot more sense. And what's this for? Well, it's for energizing orbs, of course. What do we need? We need basic capacitors like this. Yeah, there we go. Basic. Okay, so we need a room for it. Oh, God. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna build a quick little room, right? Like literally just like a little hidey hole, possibly even just like right here. I'll tell you what. We'll keep the 3x3 theme going. So we'll go in here a little bit. Place this guy here, and I'll place this guy. He needs to be on something. Oh my God. Okay. Look. It's fine. It's fine. Let's go ahead and break this. We'll go ahead and place these. And we'll place this guy. Oh, I was going to place him on top. Oh my God. All right. Instead, we'll probably need energy cables. Let's be honest. It's probably the simple solution. So let's go ahead and make some basic energy cables. All right. Yep. We need a lot. No, we have everything. Yep. Energy cable. Wonderful. This should work. We should be able to place the rods on the energizing things. So we'll go ahead and build a ring. We'll go ahead and place one of these on the side like so. In the middle, we obviously want a flux point, but we don't have one on us at the moment. So I guess we got to go craft one of those. Flux point. Here we go. Beautiful. If I can figure out how to actually grab it, it would definitely help out a big time. I'm coming over here. But yeah, I do apologize. I am pretty tired today for whatever reason. So Big apologies. Yeah, so this guy will pair up, he'll start charging, and we can start energizing. So, an example of what that can do is if we go in here and we look at the hardened, there is a hardened rod that will do 1000 RF per tick. He needs 2 hardened capacitors, which need 4 energized steel, which you get from processing this stuff. So we need 2 iron and 2 gold, and we can start making this stuff. So let's go iron. We'll craft some of that. We only need 2, I guess. So we'll craft 2 like that. Sure. 2 of that. We've got gold on us. That makes it even easier. And we'll run back over here. So inside of this guy, we will place exactly what we need. So we'll place in an iron and a gold. And as you'll see, this laser starts shooting. It starts charging. And we get energized steel. Pretty simple. So we'll get this last little bit. We'll go ahead and pick this guy back up. And we might as well upgrade him. It'll make him run a little bit better. And I think that's just worth it. So we obviously need the hardened capacitors. Oh, what do they need? Sorry. They need the basic. No, they need a large capacitor. So this is using basics and it combines them. And we don't even have enough iron. We're actually really low on iron at the moment. We might have to turn this stuff back into this. Possibly into that. Not too sure. Capacitor. Basic capacitor. I need 3 of you, I think. I probably only needed 1, to be honest. Large capacitor, sure. Upgrade you into hardened capacitor. Like that. Wonderful. And then, oh, sorry. I forgot the actual like crafting recipe we were doing. That'll go in there. That'll go there. And then I think it's just a dielectric casing, which I guess we have to order. Sure. Not the end of the world. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. This guy will be pretty good for a little while. The rest of the upgrades are a little bit annoying, I guess. So, why do we do that? To be honest, it was the foundation to make better power, right? Because at the moment, we're getting it most... it's not even hooked up to the system, but this guy here generates 60 RF per tick. He's pretty good. The thermo generator basic. If we push him to hardened, he will then do 100 RF per tick. So like it's, I don't know, it's small, but it's worth it, I guess. If we do the reactors, it's obviously going to be a little bit better as well. But yeah, I mean, we basically made a foundation to begin with. So, I'll tell you what. I'm going to redecorate the entire place. I'm going to grab, or I'm going to craft, should I say, an exchanging gadget. And we're probably just going to like exchange everything here. So let's go exchanging gadget. We'll craft this guy. I think we need him in this bench over here. Hopefully he charges somewhat quickly. In terms of the flooring and whatnot, we'll keep it going spruce while we can, I guess. Sure, why not? As for the walls, I'm still not too sure. We could do like, I mean, we could even just do stone brick. And it's so basic, but I mean, it would work. I'm sure it would look nice. Alternatively, we make a carpenter's bench, workbench. This guy right here. He needs a wooden axe. That's easily done. And then we have one, a carpenter's workbench. We slap him down somewhere, and he looks cool. And you put wood in, and he gives you back cool blocks. So, for example, look at the stuff here. There's damaged logs, planked logs. There's some crazy stuff you can do. Nailed, mixed. I kind of want to do planked or like chipped or something. Firewood, center, mixed or nailed, flowering. Let's do planked. Boom. So this wood then looks like that. And I don't know, it's a fun building block that we can either use exclusively or just in random spots. You know what I mean? We could decide like, oh, these beams here need to be it. So for example, if we go ahead and grab out our exchanging gadget here, which is fully charged, we can place down one of these, shift right click on it to select it, and then we can hover over blocks and replace them like so. Boom, boom, boom. And then that might look nice. And then maybe what? Just planks in the middle? I mean, like, do we really see this looking good at all? Because I kind of don't, to be honest. Let's have a look. Like, if we were to just make these planks, I don't think it looks good. I should have done exchanging, but I just want to see. It can work. Honestly, I think it can work. It will look a little bit weird. In fact, maybe we keep it like separate from this area and we like sort of change things around a little bit later, but I think it's fine. The other thing I need to do is search building go to categories, and I need to change my settings menu to 7. That's sort of what I'm used to it being on, which it's a little bit weird, I'll admit, but I think it's fine. Vertical column, we can do this, and that allows us to obviously exchange a little bit. Oh, I accidentally stood on this thing. Sorry, had a little bit of hiccup. This is a problem. We can fix it, but it's a problem nonetheless, which is a problem. We can break this. Yeah, but basically this is what I'm going to do. So I'll be back with this area looking quite nice. But yeah, alternatively, these could be logs. Not sure what looks better, to be honest. All right, so far, I'll be honest, this looks beautiful. Like this, I feel like the aesthetic that this is given off looks incredibly homely. Does it not? Like, I think this might need to be wood because this sort of looks off now, especially this part in the corner. Doesn't really feel right, even though it looked somewhat good when I did it before, but I'm really liking the theme. In here, it might look weird, but it might also not. It might, I don't know, it might just flow. I've also, by the way, set this to fuzzy. What that'll do is, I don't know if I have a good example to show, but essentially, it won't care if, for example, like this block here is cobble. So, at the moment, if I turn fuzzy off, you'll see it only selects like blocks that are the same type, right? You can see it's not selecting like all 3 like what it does over here. It's like cutting off depending on which one I'm clicking on. When I do fuzzy, it doesn't care. It just does three blocks regardless, or you know, whatever setting I have. But yeah, so, okay. I thought I'd just cut back because I was surprised with how good this looks. Like this part in particular, I really like the look of that. This would look beautiful with shaders as well. I'm really hoping they get some compatibility going. Oh, another thing I've noticed is it pulls. Oh, I know I had spruce on me. I was gonna say I think it's pulling from the pocket storage. I don't think it is. If I put all this spruce away. Oh yeah, it says it's gonna. Oh no, I've got spruce on me. Hold on. Yeah, see, it's not really working. Damn. Almost worked. But I'll be honest, this is looking pretty good. We might have an issue around the lava. I'm not too sure. Yeah, I think this is definitely too close. What we'll probably do is change how this looks entirely because it kind of looks a little bit silly over here with just being cobble. So we'll figure out something. Oh, I accidentally replaced that block. We don't have undo either. Okay. Luckily it wasn't too important. We can just place that back down and that should work. But yeah, I guess be a little bit careful with what you're doing. Okay, but genuinely, I feel like this feels so much better. Does it not? I'm still not done, but like, I don't know. That area, we might do something different. Like I might somehow branch this off, make it look a little bit separate because it's sort of like high tech. Over here though, I think this is good to be normal. Once again, there's lava under there. I don't know what to do with all the spots that have lava because I really don't want our entire base to burn down. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of not too fun when that happens. But I also don't really know what to use. We can make a mason's table. If I search masons, this guy right here, we've pretty much got everything. We'll obviously need a little bit of clay to be smelted, but once again, as you can see, that's no problem. So we'll give it a shot, I guess. This thing lets you obviously manipulate different stones and whatnot. So we'll try and find a spot for it. There it goes. We've got stuff on us. Now here comes the tricky part. What stones to use? Obviously deep slate, obviously cobble. These are the two sort of like main thoughts. By the way, what's going on over here? I feel like I heard a yeah, wandering trader. I think I see him over here. Nope, that was water. Okay. I don't necessarily know what's happening. But I didn't know what that noise was. But bear with me. The episode's, well, I think we've done a pretty good job. We did some stuff today. So in here it does nothing. But cobblestone does, so I guess maybe we can't do cobble deep slate. Probably like polished, maybe? Let's see. Polished deep slate, does that go in? No. Alright, well anyway, we can do cobble. There's plenty of options. Rough cobblestone, laid cobblestone. I kind of think we do... The problem is we've used this a lot recently, and I'm trying to think of like a unique one. You know what I mean? To be fair, it looks like there's more than I almost feel like I remember, right? Like... There's a pretty crazy amount of them. Some of these as well will like connect, right? I reckon we go stacked bricks. We'll see what these look like. So I'm going to go ahead and pick this up, place this down and select it. Oh, it's going to look a little bit weird, isn't it? let's just do range of 1 so I can just replace the blocks. And then what we might end up doing is placing logs outskirting the area over here. So let's do this. That should be fine. Yeah, I'll leave that as cobble. I don't know what it's meant to be, but it can be cobble, sure. We'll open this up. We don't have any logs, sure. The other issue is the wall itself. I think maybe, once again, I don't know how much of this ends up looking good, but we're going to give it a shot. What if we rip apart this? This might end up looking nice somehow. Listen. It might. It also just might not. Huh. Because this needs to be, hold on. This needs to be stone 2 if we want it to be like properly symmetrical. 1, 2, 1, 2. That's fine, I think. I think this needs to not exist, right? Because then we have 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah. And then we have 1, 2. So that's now, it doesn't look it, but it's, no, this isn't either. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, so this is the square that it needs. And then these are obviously like the walls and stuff that we can work on. So, for example, if we go ahead and grab, I'm going to try logs. Fingers crossed it doesn't ignite or anything, but we'll go in here and grab some spruce logs. And we'll see. I really don't know the spread range on lava, but you need to be picked up too. You potentially there. Probably not, but potentially. And then you like this. And then maybe even this in the center. I know it's sort of like out in the open, but it might blend together and look nice. We'll have to place a cover over there. I think that'll be fine. I think we can arrange such a thing. And yeah. So then you go there. What do we do for the wall? Does anyone know? I'm not sure. I'll tell you what. We could do this, right? Around the whole thing. So I actually do like break open this wall, right? Break open this. I think that works. And then what that allows us to do is, I don't know, I think have everything look a little bit nicer. And then we can put planks on the walls again. Maybe? Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Well, maybe. We'll see. We'll see if it looks good. Which, I'll be honest, I think it does. I think this one little bit we're doing in this episode is actually just like bringing this entire base together phenomenally. I think everything's looking really, really nice at the moment. Fingers crossed it does tomorrow, because maybe I'm hallucinating. That's always a possibility. Why is that making a monkey noise? It's fine. It's fine. I'm not going crazy. I could be. It's possible. So this looks somewhat nice. Somewhat. I think we do break this, because it looks a little bit weird, especially over here. In particular, over here was looking a bit weird. So we break that. We go exchanging gadget again. I think I need more oak planks. So we'll grab this out, grab you, do that. Select oak plank. And then we just fill up the wall. Is that the play? I think it's the play. So yeah. Oh, I'm not gonna lie. I thought I heard like some lava crackling and I got a little bit worried. I think we're good. Yeah, I'm not liking the sounds I'm hearing because I feel like I haven't heard them before, but I think we're good. I think we are fine. Over here, what's going on? Can we somehow fix this? Maybe like this and potentially this? Yeah. And then we do the same on this side. Huh. Huh. How did... Oh, the water hit the... Yeah. Yeah. Did it though? Yeah, probably did. Okay. That's a bit of a problem. Listen. It's been a while, in between cuts here. It's been a long while. I was gonna just come back and wrap up the episode, but clearly there's barely bigger fish to fry. Barely bigger. To be honest, I think because our land is claimed, the fire's not gonna spread regardless, so we're probably fine. Actually, with that being said, it does look like it's completely like pulverized some of the stuff there, right? Like what is this stuff? Ash from supplementaries. Yeah, okay, so it definitely did burn down, you know, a large portion. Am I seriously gonna just die? Why is... Oh my god. Okay. Alright, I mean, it's pretty much the end of the episode, you know what I mean? Like, I was just gonna patch up the rest of this stuff, but clearly I've made an even bigger mess. Oh god, oh yeah. That's somehow worse than just... Oh god. Hey, I'll tell you what, oh, that doesn't go there. I was gonna say, they've done a good job of, breaking things, you know what I mean? Like, that was a pretty unique way, with ash everywhere. That's quite annoying. Oh, I can't... Can I ulti-mine it? Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can. You gotta put a little bit of effort in, but you can get rid of it. Alright, so yeah, the lava, not too sure how that happened. Obviously, I would assume that it just spread, but like, I think the water must have hit it, because there would have been... I imagine there would have been stuff here, right? I'll be honest, I really don't know. What we will do, though, is break this, and that's where the water should go, and that's where I imagine it will go. Let's do a test run. Yep, beautiful. And then, yeah, this shouldn't be a thing. That's a hole there. Yep, we're dying a little bit. And that should be lava, and that should be perfectly fine. Is what should happen. We'll see. We'll definitely see. In regards to literally everything else here, this is pretty much the end of the episode. So we did autocrafting this episode, and obviously we've made everything look, I would say, like 1 billion times better compared to what it used to. We'll grab the exchanging gadget, and we'll just go ahead and pretty up this area. The walls, I'm just going to do the same thing, just with some oak. Okay, I'd say we've done a pretty good job. Obviously, yeah, sure, there's this... Yeah, do I do this? You know, I will. Listen. While we're here. Alright, I would honestly say that we've done a pretty good job here. I'm quite happy. Everything feels like... Listen. I'm aware it feels completely different than what it did before. But I kind of like it. I don't think we've ever had a base that gave off this strong of a vibe. You know what I mean? Like, this is a clear theme throughout, at the very least, this entire section of the base. It feels very... lodgy, you know what I mean? Very homely. I do think this looks pretty cool. If we want to, we could continue this theme around the whole thing, and I mean, that might just be fun, because I don't think I've ever just done that, just stuck with like a strong, I don't know, theme throughout the whole thing. Or we can have each of these pathways be their own separate little adventure area, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, just a different theme in every spot. I don't know, but what I will say is, I think we've done pretty good this episode. The auto-crafting is going to pay off massively in the long run, especially just being able to craft, like, more crafters, right? The foundation's done. Now, in the next episode, when we want to set up auto-crafting for whatever it may be, it should be easy. We might have to work on getting some more resources. For example, we actually don't have that much iron, and I think I saw if we... there's a way to get a bunch of iron, is essentially what I'm getting at. But I don't entirely know how. Gravel. 25% chance per gravel that we are crushing wheel. That's a large amount. That is a very large amount compared to what? Gravel in the washer, which gives us a 70% chance, which is pretty good, but for a nugget. That is useless to us. But I guess you can wash an entire stack at once. How many can you crush at once? We'll find out. But yeah, regardless, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy this one. Yeah, and thank you... Oh, no one's on the server. But thank you guys for being patient with the server and stuff. There's obviously... There's been quite a few issues recently, because, like, lots of stuff happening behind the scenes in regards to the servers. Let alone the stuff happening in front of the scenes when we're trying to fix issues. But there's also, like, a lot of troubleshooting and whatnot happening off camera. Like, I just had to do a break to do some of that. And it's good. It's good. Like, it's good troubleshoot. Like, it's annoying, because obviously, like, issues, like, yeah, but it's fine. It's fine. So I just want to say thank you guys for being patient, for being patient and being supportive, and allowing this this adventure to continue. So I genuinely thank you guys so much. And hopefully I will see you guys in the next one, whether it's StoneBlock, whether it's all the mods 7, all the mods to the sky, or whatever mod pack happens to be waiting around the corner. Thank you guys. Goodbye.